parents' celebrity, Sally Taylor has sought a new life.
Sally broke away, and she did it at a time in her life that she needed to get away. And she just got in the car and drove.
Her journey took her to the Rockies in a search for acceptance as Sally Taylor, not as the daughter of Carly Simon and James Taylor.
Hi. 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 How are you?
She found her own identity in Boulder, Colorado, a college town where she could leave the spotlight and blend into the audience.
Even my dog don't love me anymore. I'm not lifetime.
You guys are great.
The decision to be in Boulder had been because I was drawn to it. My spirit and my nature is to be out in the mountains. When I started doing music and people said, oh, you know, you got to move out to LA if you want to do music, I thought, you know, there's no way that's going to happen. I'm going to do music the way that I want to do music.
Think I'll write her a letter, set it on fire, get lost in the south of my three-string guitar, forget all the good times that we ever had.
Boulder is far from America's center stage, unless you're the daughter of two rock legends.
This time won't believe again. We're lost in the smoke.
I hired a group of guys and we started playing around, but very soon California was sort of calling and all these record companies were coming around, sort of swarming in, and you know, there was no story except my parents, and that to me didn't seem like enough.
I've got to sing a few times on stage and write some songs before I just get picked up for looking like my mom. Yeah.
Sally was being hounded by a monster called the music business.
Neither of my parents had to tell me about the record industry because I saw it all growing up. I saw my mom crying on the phone to a manager or a record label coming in while they're recording something and saying, no, we got to start from scratch on this. I didn't like the way that they were treated.
I went through an awful lot of rejection. I mean, I figured that if my percentage was 1 out of 10 of things that worked out for me in the music business, that's high.
40 years ago, many recording stars naively believed it was all about music, not money. They felt honored just to autograph a contract and let the label look after the rest.
People made these big hit records and never made a nickel off of anything. And everybody was like, how does that work? And the record business had them over a barrel because they wanted so much to share their music. And someone was like, okay, well, just sign here and you can share it.
When the total take from the music business got above $1 billion, then the big boys said, our turf. All they know about is the bottom line. How many chunks of plastic did they move this way?
As the stakes got higher, packaging replaced performance.
I would dread starting now. I mean, well, I wouldn't succeed looking like this, would I? You know, I mean, this is a face only a mother could love, as they say. It's all about things that I'm not now.
It's all about image, one-hit wonders, and money-making. It's not about nurturing artists or their careers anymore for a lifelong career.
I do think that they're a huge machine, and if you're not wise, you can get just rolled over by the machine. And then that just kills the inspiration.
Split decisions and wasted time and emptiness. If we split up, is that best? 1,000 miles till I get...
Sally Taylor has chosen not to play by the industry rules. She runs her own show, but that means no national distribution, no radio airplay, and no MTV.
Sal, it's so great to see you this morning. Oh,
It's the same career path that her uncle, singer Livingston Taylor, has followed.
the way in which Sally does it is just getting in that van and hitting the road and just pounding away at it, week after week, month after month, and now indeed year after year. This is a tough young woman. She's tenacious.
Sally and her band spend 200 nights a year on the road, playing venues from the fabled to the forgettable.
What happened, Kenny?
We outnumbered the crowd at least 2 to 1.
How's the road been treating you?
Oh, I'm exhausted, but it was really good. It was a good little stint that we had.
Record by record, store by store, she is trying to make it on her own.
Do you want me to sign those?
But she still is pursued by her parents' fame.
Does your mom sing on any of it?
No.
A lot of questions that I got was, you know, how do I get to Sally? How do I get to Sally's mom? How do I get to Sally's dad? And it's like, I'm just a bass player, man. I don't know.
What's your name?
I'm Zach.
Zach. Nice to meet you. I'm Sally. Okay, I'm not going to
Back home in Boulder, she has found the anonymity she craved.
I can go to the supermarket and I can shop for vegetables and cream cheese, and it won't be in, you know, the Inquirer. And nobody knows where I live. I really like that.
With my love, with my heart, let me be your missing part in the deepness of the far where I have found.
Sally Taylor has wagered her career on a crusade for her own independence. Her challenge now is to embrace her parents' musical heritage and keep her own identity.
And I know 'cause I feel it in my heart. I have found my missing part.